'cause when you're not around, everything feels wrong. When no one's ever treated me better, I guess I wasn't you.
Hello. What's going on? Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is TubeBuddy Technician, and I'm glad to be back at it again with another live stream. Let's get to it. Going over overpriced streaming gear tonight. Look at some overpriced things that you can put on your stream, overpriced things you do for your content that hold you back, that you don't need to waste money on it. Let's get back to what's going on to the people in the chat room, watching me in the cloud, watching me in the chat room, and watching me in the replay. I greatly appreciate it. I upgraded some of my little sound effects, so we got some new sound effects, but yes. Absolutely. I'm glad to be back at it again doing this one. Now, I'm not going to spend too long talking about the gear and stuff like that because I think I've covered it quite some time on my show, but I like to keep talking about gear to freshen people's minds and let them know that, you know, the technician got them when it comes to the gear. Let's get to it. Oh my goodness, let's go! Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is TubeBuddy Technician, and I'm glad to be back at it again with another live stream. Shout out to K's Business Podcast in the building. Tech for your needs in the building. I appreciate you guys for pulling up and joining me on the stream. So we're going to be talking about overpriced streaming gear and why you should avoid it. I got my boy Alpha Gaming pulled up on the screen. I'm going to listen to a little bit what he has to say. I once again, I watched the video, so there's not going to be any, oh, wow, I didn't believe this video really didn't have anything that I was supposed to be talking about. Thank you. I'm going to have to switch the shades up so you know what we do. All right, we good to go. So I'm going to switch up. I'm going to switch up, find my little jam. Talking to the mic. Thank you. What we got going on? And I think I actually, and if people want to be a part of the conversation, I can drop a StreamYard link if you guys want to get on and be a part of the conversation. Just let me know. Okay, we'll go with that. So let's get to it. Okay. And where am I at? I'm here. Okay. Let's just play it. I'll figure that out.
Underneath this channel, as long as you're watching it within the next like 3 months before we rebrand everything, that's from Fiverr. No, I'm specifically talking about, and I'm gonna hurt some feelings here, I know, the cliche Twitch streamer gamer logo, right? You have like the 3-tone really cool piece of artwork with your name
and I really can't stand those logos. You know what, we're gonna do something different. I'm just gonna try something different, because this screen is actually meant to be done differently. So what I'm gonna do is put this music back up. We're gonna put me in here. And all right. I'm gonna put myself in here. This is actually how this is actually supposed to be used, to be honest with you though. It's supposed to be used like this anyway. Okay? And we're just gonna do the display capture here. Okay. And we're just gonna show this screen. Boom. Okay. Bring that. There we go. And bring that down. Boom. Make this fit here. About right. Need this just to fit. There we go. Okay, so we're just gonna use this one. The other live screen, I don't know why that's not working. So you can keep me in the screen. I can see you in the chat room down below. So I'm gonna keep this. I like this one. So let's get back to it. So yeah, I hate these Fiverr logos. I hate the Fiverr gamer logos. I never like any of them.
Big bold letters with some kind of gradient through it, right? Like go on Fiverr and search gaming logo. What do you see? The same logo that every streamer's logo looks like. Tip for you, if you're trying to stand out, don't look like everybody else. Tip number 2, if you're trying to be a big streamer, you can't look like the cliche small streamer. If you look at any medium to large size streamer, none of them use a logo like this. It's only the tiny streamers. Guys, it's time we let that go. Just stop. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with having a logo. I personally don't use one on my personal channel. We have one here with the Alpha Gaming or Future Senpai Gaming channel because it is supposed to be a collective, a group, a large business.
Professor Black Ops in the building.
General, having one to be able to put on merch or branding or things that will actually make you money, that's where it matters. In the meantime, get a good picture of your face, be your own logo. Let's move on to number 2, which is another question.
I disagree. I disagree. And I'm going to tell you why. Partially, yes. If you're using, like when you look at the Fiverr logos, all the logos look the same, right? They're all the 2, 3, 4 tone anime logos with the animals and the characters and stuff like that. Those, yes, are 100% generic. Does it help to get an actual logo for your content? Absolutely. I have a logo, even though it looks very simple. It's a logo that I wanted to get just to give me an idea of where I wanted to go forward when it came to getting a logo for my channel. So I have a logo for my channel. I tell a lot of people, get a logo for your channel. I've said this for years. Get a logo for your channel so that, let me see if this works. Ah, yes, and it works. Okay, we're gonna have some fun. Anyway, yeah, you get a logo for your channel so that you have something that you can identify yourself with when you go to multiple platforms instead of just plastering your face everywhere. Now, yes, your face is your brand, but however, you don't want to put your face on merchandise, right? And if you put your face on like a marketing card, you would want to put a logo next to your face so when people see your face, they can envision that logo being somewhere in the vicinity. So I believe he's partially right, partially wrong in my opinion, because Dr. Disrespect also has a logo that he matches with his face, which is the glasses and the mustache. I don't know about Pokemon and Tim the Tat Man, but majority of the really big content creators on all social media platforms, they have a logo, a typeface logo or a symbol icon that that has brand recognition along with their face and their name. So yes, don't use generic Fiverr gamer streamer logos, but get someone who can get a couple logos off of Fiverr to see what vibes with you and what vibes with your brand and what makes sense for you. So I don't. I wouldn't. I wouldn't tell you to take that kind. I wouldn't tell you to take that advice. I think that's a little bad.
Classic, but also very expensive. The gaming chair. As I sit in a gaming chair.
Yes and no.
Guys, I'm gonna be a little hypocritical in this video. I told you I own 4 of the 5 of these things. Gaming chairs are so expensive, and a lot of them are very nice. But your decent ones start at like $400 or more, when that can go into your content. Guys, you can go to local furniture stores or even IKEA and find some really great comfy mesh chairs for less than $100. And I'm not saying never get a fancy chair, but I'm saying don't save up 5 or 6 months of Twitch money and then spend it on one. The only people that I think should buy an ergonomic fancy chair right out of the gate are people with back issues. Yeah. But if you're not in your late 20s yet, because anyone in their late 20s knows that's when your back starts hurting. If you're young, you're semi-fit, you're not going, oh, every time you end a stream, just get a $90 IKEA chair. They're fantastic. I used one for forever. Number 3 is one that makes...
No. 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 Absolutely not. I'm gonna tell you why. Yes, don't spend a shit ton of money on chairs. No, don't get super cheapo chairs, because here's the problem, right? Just because you're young doesn't mean... See, the thing is, like, when you're young, the issues that you have when you're older are based on decisions that you made while you were young, right? So if you have a shitty chair that's not giving you proper posture, that's not comfortable, when you do get older, you're going to have those issues, right? Like, I don't have a bad back, right? So I don't have back issues. The reason why I got the Secret Labs Titan chair, because 1, it looks fucking amazing. 2, all black, goes with everything on my setup, all black. 3, it's a big guy chair, and it's very comfortable. It leans all the way back, has a nice little cushion, a nice little lumbar thing. Very comfortable for me to take my little naps in and chill and relax or whatever. It is a comfortable chair. These IKEA chairs that these people always talking about, those chairs are not as comfortable. They're fragile. They're a bitch to put together, and they break down. And they don't have the weight capacity to match certain people. Let's just keep it fact. Like, I ain't the most skinniest guy in the world, but I like, those chairs are not comfortable. Oh my god, we got Sneed in the building. What's good? So the chairs are not comfortable. So yeah, if you got the money, if you scoping around, you find a nice comfortable gaming chair, get a gaming chair. If you don't want a gaming chair, you want an ergonomic chair, find you a decent ergonomic chair that they have at the warehouses, at the furniture closeouts, or whatever. You can get one of those Aeron ergonomic chairs for those furniture closings for like $200, $400, $500, $600 half off. And if you really need a superior ergonomic chair, then yeah, look at the $1,500 chair if you want, whatever, right? But definitely don't settle on no IKEA chair, Playboy. Like, we not gonna promote that over here, because I had a cheap chair. The reason why I got this chair, because I had a cheap Amazon gaming chair, and that shit folded over like a crackhead after a methadone clinic meeting. The chair broke down, was all linked over. It was so miserable. I would have done better just to save the $90 and put it into the gaming chair to begin with. So we talk about sensible purchases, but we also talk about spending the money where it counts, where it's going to matter the most, right? So that's something. So when it comes to the chair thing, yeah, the chair was folded over, like, right, folded over. So yeah, don't cheap out on the chair, right? If you got the money to spend on a decent chair, man, get your decent chair, man. Okay, get your chair, man. Don't do it to yourself, because you only gonna hurt yourself in the long run. All right. But that chair folded like a folded. That chair folded like some drug money. Yeah, man, like fucking Smokey, like 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 120. Like, what the fuck, man? I'm telling you, the chair was so bad, man. I should have just spent the $90, bro, and just got the regular chair, man. Just got the gaming chair. So I got the Secret Labs, and I've been set ever since, man. I had this chair for almost 3 years now. Everything been perfect, copacetic, man. We are really good over here. So anyway, let's get back to alpha gaming.
Makes a lot of audio people mad at me. Yes, I'm 7B, and this is something.
You know I can't stand when people talk about that goddamn SM7B, man. You know I can't stand. Some of that gear straight trash, bro. Like, for real. Wait, what gear?
Someone coming from a huge fan of the SM7B. It's a great microphone. It's also $400 and is not made for streamers. And what I mean by that, and just so you know why I'm kind of ragging on this thing, the SM7B is designed to be a studio microphone, right? If you were to go in a recording studio and record Taylor Swift's next album, and you were to sing into a pod mic versus an SM7B in a fancy studio, oh, there's a huge difference there. But let's get rid of the fancy studio. Now you're recording in a bedroom. Not as much of a difference now. You're not recording your isolated voice on its own on a raw track. You're broadcasting super compressed through Twitch, combined with game sound, teammate sound, music sound. Guys, once you get all that in the mix, there's no difference. Especially if you're adding a little bit of EQ and compression and you kind of beef those things up a little bit. A $100 mic is going to sound exactly the same as a $400 mic. So stay away from the expensive mics. There are phenomenal USB mics nowadays that are so cheap, and if you're a starting streamer, save that money. Number 4.
There we go. The problem with the SM7B is actually a great streaming mic. It just needs proper setup and preamp, strong and clear. Yes. So again, we're gonna meet him halfway 50-50 on this one. The SM7B, right? Here's my main problem I have with the SM7B is that people think that they all have to get it, right? Because the SM7B has a sound profile that all mics have. Mics have sound profiles, right? So if your voice, if you don't like the way your voice sounds on the SM7B, it has a very kind of warm radio kind of dark type of tone to it. If you don't like that sound, then you're not going to like the mic. 2, it is very expensive with the other pieces of equipment that you need to use with the mic, right? So again, like the Go XLR has 70 dB of gain for a great quality preamps that are in here. So I don't need to get a cloud lifter. If you have a audio interface that has less than 60, you need the cloud lifter to fully power the mic. So now you're talking, instead of buying a full $499 mic, you spend almost $650 on the mic and the cloud lifter. 2, we're gonna go back to like the processing, right? So again, the problem with USB mics and XLR mics is that in order to make the XLR mics, in order to make the USB mics sound just as good as the XLR, you need proper software implementation. So facts here, over all facts, SM7B needs at least 60 dB. The Focusrite don't got that. And a lot of people spend so much money on their mic, but they have other pieces of equipment that would be better used and better served to improve the quality of the production for the content that they're making. A lot of people think they got the mic and now everything's good now. And again, with the SM7B, you still need to EQ that to your voice. So if you just have the mic raw, it's probably not going to sound as bad. It's probably not going to sound its best if you're not using proper software implementation with EQing. So with all of that time and money, and you still got to EQ the mic, you're better off just getting a USB mic, EQing that mic, and making it sound close to, or at least just as good as the SM7B, and you can absolutely do that. The reason why I got this mic is because I got the Audio-Technica AT2020, and I just wanted a new mic because I wanted a different sound profile. I wanted a different sound signature for my voice. When I got this mic, I got what I was looking for. But let's get back into it. It's no beginner mic, no plug and play at, it's not a plug. And the thing again, like, if you're not familiar with different mics and audio hardware, like, don't get the SM7B, because that is not a beginner's mic at all. That is not a beginner's mic. That mic has a lot of features built in, especially with the roll-off switches at the back. If you don't know what you're doing, the mic is going to sound really bad, and you're going to feel like you wasted your money, because you're not going to know how to make that mic sound its best. So yeah, I agree with him on this one right here.
How many of these have you guessed, by the way? Have you assumed that those 3 were going to be on the list? If you haven't made your own list, pause it, write it down. I want to see how many of you guys get right. Number 4, expensive lights. And you guys know exactly which.
You know how I feel about them expensive ass freaking Elgato trash lights, man. Trash lights. Trash.
Which ones I'm talking about. And I love these mics. I use 2 of them right here. The Elgato Key Light, they're phenomenal. Highest quality lights, super convenient, so much control, so expensive. I've mentioned it in a handful of videos.
For
lights
no reason.
are the easiest thing to make budget versions look great.
I got $40 light right here. There go my $40 light right here. 40 bucks. 40 bucks right there. Lighting me up. There we go. $40. The GVMs, you get $200. You get a flunk dropping bomb. Those Elgato lights are trash. Overpriced. Not even worth it, man. Come on, Elgato. What are we doing? You know how I feel about them Elgato lights, man.
Great. I think Sam actually has a whole video on how to make cheap lighting look great. Link up here and probably in the description. Anyway, go check that out. Save yourself some money. Get yourself some cheap and good lighting. Because here's the deal, guys. Before we get into number 5.
Link in the description box below for the cheap lights that I use for my Amazon on my Amazon list. Link is in the description box below.
I want you to understand why I'm telling you to stop spending money on expensive gear. Expensive gear is great. It can make your experience and your stream look much better, but at the end of the day, it doesn't help you make more money. When you're starting out early and you get that Twitch $100 payout, maybe every couple months, that money is very precious. You need to be putting it into the parts of your content that are going to generate.
I don't even know why he left Twitch, but he's still talking about Twitch because he's still got a Twitch audience.
More revenue. Because if you're going to save 4 Twitch payouts that probably took you 6 or 7 months and buy a gaming chair, that 6 or 7 months that you've been working hard is now gone. It now amounts to nothing. You essentially have to start from square one on your saving regimen, right? But if you'd spent that on videos, maybe editing software, learning how to make videos, and you were able to produce 10 quality videos with that money, but there's a good chance that one of those videos could pop off a little bit, get you some views and get you some ad revenue. I posted one video, what is it, November 2018. This is about a month and a half before the channel took off. When I posted it, it made like $3 the first day and then like 20 cents for the next month and a half. But when the channel took off, this was a video that kind of grew with it, and it made like $10 a day for a long time, which doesn't sound like a lot, but 2.5 years later, this video has made me over $5,000. And it's still, to this day, this single video makes me about $100 a month, which is why I'm talking about these things, because these first 4 are all good pieces of gear that eventually you will buy. But early on in your career, you should be spending your money on things that will make you more money. That's what makes it an asset. Spending money on gear that you buy once and the money's gone is not. Which brings us to number 5, probably my least favorite piece of gear. I haven't seen it done super well yet. And that is a high-end webcam. Let me explain to you a story about why I dislike high-end webcams that I learned from my friend Tony Hawk. You see, it was the late 90s and I was about 10 years old playing Tony Hawk 2 on my Game Boy Color. And this game had 3 skateboards. It had a beginner skateboard that you started with, a medium skateboard, and a pro skateboard. Anyway, I went through, I completed the levels, and I bought that medium level skateboard, which increased my speed and my ollies. It was fantastic. for a couple minutes. As I upgraded the skateboard and really beefed out the specs, I spent all my money I'd earned in the game, and didn't matter what I did, I couldn't afford that pro skateboard anymore. And I realized that if I really grinded it out and got everything and I earned that pro skateboard, everything I put into that mid-tier one was gonna disappear. It's important to recognize which mid-tier gear can continue to transition over to the pro gear. The problem I have with high-end webcams is they look a little bit better than cheap webcams, even sometimes significantly better. But the moment you're ready to upgrade to something pro, like a DSLR with a capture card, you have to toss this thing. It essentially becomes a $200 to $250 paperweight unless you want to, you know, have a second streaming setup or maybe like a rear camera or something that doesn't look nearly as good as your main camera. I'm sure a lot of you thought I was gonna mention a DSLR as an overhyped piece of gear, but I disagree. I think a DSLR is an incredible investment when you're ready for it. Not only can it be used to make your stream look amazing, but then you can unhook it, pull it off of your stream setup, and make incredible YouTube videos with it. So this is why I've mentioned in a handful of videos, if you want to upgrade from your Logitech C920 that everyone has to a higher end camera, but you don't have the money for a mirrorless or DSLR camera yet, you can go with a used GoPro and a cam link, and it'll cost you not only less than a
Cam link is pure trash. Hate that cam link. Okay.
high-end webcam, it'll look better than the high-end webcam, and when you're ready to upgrade, you get to keep the cam link, which is the majority of that purchase anyway. So Tony Hawk, if you're watching this video, and I'm sure you are, I've heard you watch all my videos, thank you for this life lesson that you probably didn't know you left with me. But guys, if you have any other
what I like to say about the expensive webcams, I partially disagree with him on that. What I'll say about the webcams is simply this, right? It's all about where you want to be and how long it's going to take you to get there. So when it comes to the expensive webcams, like I'm a big fan of the Brio. I'm a big fan of the Logitech Brio. And I've told everyone that when I've mentioned this webcam, I said, if you get the Brio, you upgrade everything else around you until you come back to that Brio webcam, because it's an expensive webcam. So let's say if you start off at the C920, but you are not ready to get the camera set up because you want to get the capture card and the cam link or whatever it is that you want to do, right? So I would tell you, okay, get the expensive webcam, the Brio, the AverMedia, the Stream, whatever webcam you want to get, right? Once you get that webcam, upgrade whatever it is that you want to upgrade in your system, in your setup, even coming back to upgrading your computer, getting your lights, whatever. Because once you get that expensive webcam, the next thing that you do after you get that $200, $250, $300 webcam, whatever, how much you spend on a webcam, the next upgrade from that is going to be the camera. Like it has to be a camera after that. So in my opinion, when it comes to the expensive webcams, they are the cutoff point to where you would move on and get the mirrorless or DSLR camera. So if you had like a C920 for 2 years and you want a great webcam and your computer, see, the thing again is that you got to understand that if your computer can't handle like the bandwidth, if your computer can't handle that bandwidth of that cam link device or that capture card, then you're gonna need to upgrade that computer so it can handle that bandwidth, because you have a minimum amount, you have a limited amount of USB bandwidth on the front and on the back. And if your computer is an older computer, you can't handle all of that bandwidth that's going to be pulled because of that cam link. You have to upgrade your computer first, which is why, see, a lot of people don't see, they're not mentioning that, which is why the webcam would still be better, because it's not going to be pulling as much bandwidth through the USB port like the cam link or the capture card might. Okay, or another USB capture card. So again, that's why it would be more important to use a webcam until you can fully ensure that your computer can handle the cam link or the capture card combination with the camera or the GoPro. Then you look and say, okay, I want the GoPro because I'm doing this, I want this look. Or I got the DSLR mirrorless because I want this look. So I had the Brio because I only wanted to go live with the Brio. So I got the Brio and I used the Brio for 3 years. I got the GoPro. I used the GoPro for about a month or so, a few months. Then I got the A6400 and we're good now. So it just depends on where you are and where you want to be when it comes to your gear. But shout out to Alpha Gaming nonetheless. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come back here. And we're just going to do. And we're going to, oh shit. And we're just going to come here and ta-da, that's it. And we're going to turn my video back up and we're done. Okay. Okay. So, what I'm going to do real quick, if anyone, let me see. If anyone wants to, has some things they want to say, I can definitely drop the link. If you want to talk about a little bit of what Alpha said, what old boy said when it came to gear in the video. Let me get my link. Fucking YouTube, yo. Anyway. Test. Okay. All right. So if there's anyone that wants to get in on the conversation, that should be the StreamYard. Hey, Wallace. Full Moon Grooves Power. Oh yeah, the Super Blood Moon is tomorrow, right? Or is it today? It's supposed to be tomorrow. Appreciate it. 8-Win this timeless. Salute to you and Wallace. Shout out to Wallace. Shout out to Wallace on his podcast. I caught it. I was bugged out because I tuned into the podcast. I thought it was live and it had just finished. I'm like, what the hell? But I was able to comment in the chat room nonetheless. I was like, what the hell is going on? It was crazy as hell. Yeah, so if you want to be a part of the conversation, talk about what you think about the overpriced streaming gear. If you got any comments, click the link. But I would like to add some other things. Overpriced gear, absolutely. I would say the Stream Deck. I would add the Stream Deck as overpriced gear. And why would I add the Stream Deck? I would say the Stream Deck is overpriced because, one, you don't need it. And the reason why I say that is that any device, right? Any Android device, like this guy right here, the Z Fold 2, or my tablet that's always on the bed. My tablet, you can install the software onto those devices. Don't go with any Elgato. Yeah, he actually covered the Elgato lights. He covered the Elgato lights. What the hell? What the hell is that in the background? Okay, I think I got the chroma key on too, right? Yeah, that's why. Okay. Yeah, he actually covered the Elgato lights too. That was pretty funny. And you don't need the Stream Deck because if you have a tablet, if you have a tablet, you can install the Elgato Stream Deck software on a tablet, or you can set up Touch Portal on Android devices, and you can run all of your OBS and Streamlabs effects through Touch Portal on your Android device or a tablet, and you don't need the Stream Deck. And the benefit of the tablet is that it has a bigger screen than the Stream Deck anyway, and you can add all custom buttons to the tablet. So yeah, Stream Decks, absolutely overpriced streamer gear. What else can I think of that is overpriced streamer gear? I was gonna say the mixer, right? But I don't think that's overpriced, because I got the monocaster over here. So it really depends on your use case when it comes to like audio interfaces and mixers, right? So I tell a lot of people who are like solo streamers that you're eventually going to want to get a mixer that can control multiple audio sources, like the Go XLR, like the Podcaster Pro. And it's really just going to depend on your use case and how much you're willing to spend at the end of the day. That's really what it's going to come down to. So if you don't want to spend a whole ton of money going full frame, yeah, there we go, full frame cameras, right? So full frame cameras for live streaming. Why? You know, like, what are you doing that for? It makes no sense, right? And the reason why it doesn't make any sense is that, I mean, honestly, you're just wasting money. I don't know how else I can really explain that. You're wasting your money getting a full frame camera for live streaming. It doesn't make any sense to do that. You perfectly fine with an APS-C camera like this, the A6400. Unless you really just want to get a full frame camera, and when you put a 16mm lens on it, you want exactly 16mm, which is a thing. So I'll give that. If that's what you want, by all means, go ahead and do it. But I can tell you that you're probably going to be wasting your money, unfortunately. And let me see if I can pull up. I'm gonna pull up. Let me see if I can pull up something. I'm gonna pull up. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Okay, so I'm not here. My homeboy wants to start a channel, never used a camera, and was about to get, like, that's the shit that be killing me. Like, why do you need, like, why do you need an A7 III to go live? Like, what makes you think? Okay, so why is this not work? Like, okay. All right, so okay, so now the source is not working. So let's copy this source. Paste reference. Okay. All right. Okay. There we go. All right. Shit. It's always something, yo. There we go. Fuck it. We do it live. Right. Okay, nailed it on the first try. Just resize it. Here we go. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, so he can pay for it, but I told him it was a waste at the beginning. He was looking for at advertisement, I mean reviews. Let me see. Hold on. I can't. You cheeky boy. I'm peeking like a test. I hear it in my ear. You cheeky boy. He said, looking at advertisements, I mean reviews. Yeah, like when you start looking at the reviews for the A7 III, you think you want it, and then you realize that you really don't need that fucking camera. You really don't. Like, I thought I needed, I'm like, wait a minute. Right? It's like, wait a minute. You get the A7 III, right? And we're gonna look at it here, right? And I got some new little zoom effect that I installed on my computer. So we're gonna look at the A7 III. Okay. Then we'll zoom in for dramatic effect. Okay. So I'm gonna zoom in all the way on that price right there, right? So now you're looking at $2,000 for the body by itself, right? So this is the body by itself right here. So that's the body. Now, if you were to look at this with the 28 to 70, looking at $2,100, okay? That's $2,100 for that. Now that's a $2,100 camera to just sit up on a tripod on your nah, he said the A7S III. Oh shit. Boy, you bugging. What? He wanted the A7S. Yeah, see, that's what happened when you watching all them MKBHD videos. See, that's the worst thing he did, yo. Man, him and those other guys buying them cinema cameras got everybody thinking that they need these cameras. I mean, look at this camera. Oh, wrong screen. He was about to get bamboozled, led astray, run amok, dazed and confused. Bro, you don't like. Let's look at this boy right here. That's a full frame interchangeable lens camera. That price, boy, is $34.98 for the camera by itself. You want to see how much it is with the lens? If you're live streaming, right? I feel like I'm so loud. If you're live streaming, you're going to want a lens like this 12 to 24, or you want this 16 to 35. So the 16 to 35 is the G Master lens. Now, look here, man. I can guarantee you I could build you out a studio for $5,000. Not even making up. I can build you a whole entire live streaming podcasting studio for $5,500. Crazy for a beginner. Like, that is crazy to spend on a camera for a beginner. That don't even make no sense to spend that kind of money. Especially if you're just going to be live streaming. Like, if you're not seriously making content like a beast, you're wasting your money, right? So we're going to come here. Let's just do A60. Is it A6900? A6600. A6400, right? So we're going to look at the A6400. A6400 is the camera that I have. Okay, you get this bad boy right here under $1,000, 4K video, flippy uppy screen, HDMI, clean output, amazing camera, right? And if you want to go to Canon, you got the Canon. Okay, you got the Canon R, or you got the RP. Where's the RP at? Right, we got the Canon RP. Canon RP is a full frame camera for $1,200. Here's what's so cool about this. The Canon EOS RP is a full frame mirrorless camera, and it comes with the 24 to 105 millimeter lens. And you can get that for $1,200. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Okay, let me see. Okay, I gotta figure out how to turn this off. Let me see. Okay. I just want to turn it off now. Shit. Ah, you press escape. Okay. And sorry, I'm just trying something new. There we go. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Let's see. Draw, zoom, break timer. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So you got this camera right here. This is full frame. Boom. Then you can get and if you don't want that, you get the EOS R. You get the EOS R. Full frame, all the great bells and whistles, competes with the 5D Mark IV. Okay. Body by itself. You get it with the hard kit. There go your $28.99 right there, 24 to 105. This competes with the 5D Mark IV. Okay. There's a 5D Mark IV right here. That's a 5D Mark IV full frame. Excellent camera. A little dated now, but superb camera nonetheless. You get that 24-105, that's $3,500. Okay. So if you're a beginner, you don't need. Yeah, the RP is great for a beginner. I kind of wish I got the RP over the A6400, but I always wanted a Sony camera. So, you know, I had to get the Sony camera, right? So anyway, come back to the chat. So yeah, I mean, like when you're just looking at the gear, ease of use menu is easy to learn. Yeah, that's the thing I love about Canon, is that, you know, their menu is so nice, man. Their menu is beautiful. Like, it's a really nice camera menu. I like the Sony menu too. People say the Sony menu is like confusing. It's really not. And again, like when we're talking about lights, I'm just coming off the camera for a second. We're gonna come back here. Man, they went up. Nah, they're good right here. These guys right here. The GVM Great Video Maker RGB LED video light. It's a pack of 2 with a YouTube app and everything. All of this you get for $239.99, and you actually save $50. Oh my god! So you save $50 when you apply this coupon. Not bad. And these come with all the bells and whistles and battery. And you got the little app so you can control it. Amazing lights. These smoke the Elgato wave light airs, whatever, because the Elgato key light, that's what it's called, Elgato key light. $199 for the light version. $199 for one light. Always have a deal. GVM is always a great deal. Always an exceptional budget. Great deal for GVM lights, right? You get these lights here. Guess how much these lights are? $199. What? $199 for these lights. Come out, come back. $239. If I was in the market for some lights, I would get these, but I don't have room for them. And then all you got to do, you get the little soft box here. Get the diffuser to make the light ultra soft, and you're good to go. Now you're a big time studio professional, and you're good to go. Now, he talked about the chairs. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna look at IKEA, right? And the reason why I'm gonna look at IKEA is because they always talk about IKEA chairs. So we're gonna look at IKEA chairs. 9. Okay. Category. Chairs. Desk chairs. Okay. So now we're gonna look at these IKEA chairs. So the chairs that they tell people to buy the most aren't here. Let's look at, okay, no. Yeah. Let's look at this guy right here, okay? So you got this chair right here. Now, armrest looks a little bit uncomfortable, has wheels. Here's the problem with this chair. This is why I always wanted a gaming chair. It doesn't fully recline. So there's that. So, Marcus, there we go. Here it is. Here's the chair. So a lot of people will tell you to get this Marcus chair right here, okay? So here's the Marcus chair. I sat in the Marcus before, not very comfortable for me. Okay? So here's the video of the woman in the Marcus. I want to see her lean back. So watch this. She's going to lean back. Okay. Does she lean back? Lean back. Lean back. Look at that. There you go right there. Okay. Lean all the way back. Okay. Here's the problem. Now, if that is great for you, then yes, the Marcus chair is a great chair. Here's the problem. This is where the argument for gaming chairs comes in. Let's look at, you know what? I'm not even gonna look at these guys. I'm gonna go to Secret Lab. There we go. This is the chair that I got. I got the Secret Lab Titan Black, right? So this is my chair. Let me tell you why I got this chair. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this cushioning right here. Okay? So look at the cushioning. Now, that's a huge, thick pad of cushioning for that gaming chair. We're going to come here to the Marcus. Let's see if we can get him. Okay. I am willing to bet that the padding on this chair is not as thick, right, as the padding that is on the Titan. Because I've sat in the Marcus and I have a Titan, and I can tell you that the Titan's more comfortable. 2, the gaming chairs, they're built for like lounging and taking like naps while you're gaming or breaks while you're gaming, right? So what this chair does is, I'm gonna show you. So goes all the way down. The arms adjust. And yes, I do adjust the arms a lot when I'm live streaming and chilling and relaxing, sitting on cool outside the beach, whatever. Anyway. Okay, the 3D armrest. Right, all of these things are for you and to be more comfortable, right? Here's the selling point with a gaming chair, with a reclining chair, whatever chair you want to talk about. This feature right here, IKEA chairs can kick rocks if it doesn't break before then. Yeah, like I mean, I shout out to Wallace, he gets me. IKEA chairs, IKEA stuff is good. Sometimes it breaks. It depends on what you get, right? The chair is nice. I'm not telling you the chair is not nice. I'm telling you that you may have just been better off getting the full $500 ergonomical gaming chair at the end of the day. One of the biggest selling features of gaming chairs, in my personal opinion, and I'm a big guy and I had my chair for 3 years and it hasn't broken. The gas pedal is losing a little bit of the pump, but that goes back too far though. No. It's not going back too far. I'm gonna explain why. See, this chair goes back. Say if you like, this is what I do, right? Say sometimes I'm sitting in my room, I'm playing some music on the computer. I don't really feel like laying down in the bed because I still kind of just want to be at the computer, but I don't want to feel like laying down in the bed. So all you do is you kick this back, all the way back, and you just lean back and you chilling, right? And you just chill like that. And the chair is built in a way to hold all of that pressure and not lose the pressure, right? Now, again, ergonomic chairs probably can do the same thing too. A lot of people say you don't want to be in a chair, laying down in a chair, because it's not good for your back. Again, if you have a good back, it's not going to affect your back. I've been doing this for 2-3 years. my back is fine. Okay. If you go in office, refurbished Herman Miller chairs are it too. Yes, refurbished Herman Miller chairs, right? So here's what we're gonna do too. But this is just, all in all, this is kind of what the selling point of the gaming chairs are, right? They have that aesthetic. They're pretty good at it. They're very comfortable. I like it. I don't shit on gaming chairs. I like them. I'm not shitting on IKEA chairs. I'm just saying, like, all right. I mean, shit. You know, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to anyway, Spawn Kelly. And I don't know what to tell you about the refurbished, IKEA chairs. I wouldn't sit my big ass in an IKEA chair. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, right here. So we got this website called Seating Mind. So let's take a look at this site. So we got the Herman Miller chairs, okay? So where's the one that a lot of people have, the big one? Aeron, there we go. The Aeron chair, okay? So we got they got the Herman Miller Aeron chair. Regular price is $1,200. They're selling it for $899. Okay. Again, this is a fully ergonomic Herman Miller chair, mesh seating and all this other stuff. I've sat in a chair similar to this before at office jobs. It is quite comfortable. I will give it that. All the raggedy motherfuckers at my job couldn't wait to sit in my chair when I was away from my desk, but that's neither here nor there. Then we got the Aeron. Now go to your local refurbished store. I don't trust sites because they won't cut you a deal. Yes. Depends on where you're at though. Because in New York, you have to go all the way out to Long Island and Jersey for stuff like that. Like, I've researched these. I've looked these up before. So I've been to websites where they had like decent deals. Let's see, let's come back. Herman Miller. Also, you can check it yourself. Yeah, definitely. Cherish gently used Herman Miller furniture. Herman Miller chairs. Let's see what we got. Herman Miller office chairs. We really looking at office chairs right now. Not that chair. I got the Embody for $600 and the mirror for, yeah, I remember you telling me that. Shout out to Deals. Let's look that up. The Embody. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. If you looked on eBay, that's the Logitech one for $1,000, right? So there go the chair right there. He got it for 600. You get it refurbished on eBay for $899. Okay. Has this is the back, the ergonomic back. So you get that chair for $899 off of eBay, which, in my personal opinion, is pretty good. But we're gonna take this chair. Okay, come here. Refurbish. You can find it on Craigslist. There we go. So here's where you're gonna find it at, right? You're gonna find these on Craigslist. I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you look on Craigslist, this is where these companies are selling their warehouse furniture outlet deals or whatever. They're gonna be advertising this on Craigslist so they can get people with cash in the door. And look where we got our guy at. So here we go. So now this guy is selling an Embody for $800, but you know you can get that on eBay for $899. From eBay from $899, right? But this is what Wallace is talking about. You're gonna find these places where they're selling these office chairs in bulk. There's probably a lot of office chairs being sold because of the C19. So there's a lot of people that's not in the office. There we got the Herman Miller Aeron right here. 500. Let's go to Orlando. No embodies here. Let's go to Treasure Coast. What's this? Same thing, nothing, right? No. What are you laughing at, Wallace? A high value chair, right? High value chair minus the guy. Minus a high value chair minus the guy sleeping in the bed. Hey, yo. Office outlet stores are another place to find quality chairs. Let's go here. Company store. Products. Website is trash. Seating. View products. There we go. Okay, that looks like a nice chair. That's a high value chair. Let's find some more high value chairs. Looking for with the ludicrous side. Yo, my man said the ludicrous sideburns. Yo, I'm finito. I'm finito. They go a mirror. Mirror two for $350. They got the mirror for $425. There we go. The Aeron chair. Here we go. The Aeron chair. $400 to $695. Okay. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that. To show you, like, when you're doing the research, that's how you'll probably be able to find that quality office chair. Or you can just go to a website that has gaming chairs and get you a gaming chair. Like I say again, like, I'm fine. And the only reason why I keep adjusting myself because I got on shorts and they're kind of slick, so I'm sliding down in the seat. Like, I'm fine with my Titan. Like, I love my chair. This is an amazing chair. Like, I love this chair. So comfortable. It's so comfortable. Looks great for my setup. I love lounging in it. It's just an awesome chair. If I was to replace it, I would probably replace it with an expensive ergonomic chair and call it a day. I probably wouldn't get another gaming chair. I'd probably just go ahead and get the ergonomic chair. But for now, like, I love this chair. Whatever, like what other expensive gear do you guys think? Because I would say computer, right? I would say your computer, but there are things that you need to have in your computer, right? There are things that you need your computer to have. And you know how I am. Like, I'm pretty racist against laptops. Just being honest. I can't stand laptops. So I would always tell you to go get a desktop. But like my conversations with Wallace, and I've talked about this on I was actually talking about this yesterday. You can't even get I can let slide. Yeah, I can let the computer slide, right? I can't. Matter of fact, there's something I missed. There's something I forgot to mention too. So something a lot of people forget when it comes to their audio for their microphones is the pop filter. Now, I like the way this mic look without the pop filter, but I'm pretty close up on the mic, and as you can see with the popping sounds, it pops a lot. Now, I didn't want to have the little big old windscreen pop filter in my face because it's too much already. So I got me a giant clown nose pop filter. Put this over the mic. I literally found the biggest one I could find. Pause. I found the biggest one I could find on Amazon. Just slapped it on the mic and we're good to go. And it controls the plosives much better, and it helps the sound even out just a little bit, just a little bit of certain frequencies. But when it comes to computers, I think a lot of people just need to make sure they spend all the right money the first time. So when it comes to streaming, Kitten Hills, is that you? Oh my God. Anyway. 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 You know, when it comes to computers, I've always tried to say, like, get the quality parts first so you don't waste your time going backwards. But something that Alpha Gaming mentioned is that I didn't cover is talking about, you know, reinvesting in your channel that doesn't involve getting gear. And again, like I've always said, you know, when it comes to buying gear, I swear, if someone doesn't know, they'll think we're crazy with our jokes. Nah, not really. You know, he got a lot of super fans. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of super crazy fans. You know, I would talk about it, right? But it just doesn't benefit my channel to even really talk about old boy. Like, it don't benefit me. Like, I ain't gaining nothing from it. But you have to make sure that the content is equal to the equipment that you're buying. And your equipment can only take your content so far. It just can. Like, you can't get the camera and then automatically your content is so much better now. And it's so much better that you don't need to improve the content because it looks better and it sounds better. Like, you still got to improve your content. You still got to have the content. The equipment is supposed to make the filming process better. The mic is supposed to make the audio sound crispy and cleaner. The lights are supposed to help the video subject look much better, like how it does for me. I'm using 2 lights at different strengths, and I'm using a nano leaf to give me my color and set the tone. So you need to upgrade your equipment to help improve the production quality. But once you improve the production quality, you actually need to improve the actual content that you have. And a lot of people still forget this, and they still kind of misconstrue it and think because you have equipment that's automatically going to make you better. Equipment doesn't make you better. It just makes what you're doing look better. You still got to know how to use it. Let your content outshine your equipment, so when the equipment gets to that level, your content will double up. Big facts. That's something so many people, like, they don't get. You still gotta have the content, man. Like, how would I look if I had this camera up here? How would I look if I had this nice camera up here, looking all crispy and shit, and it's super dark in my room and you can barely see me, right? This looks okay, but it doesn't look great. This looks much better, right? Looks much better. What if I had the Go XLR mixer and the new mic, and I didn't tweak all of the sounds, and I kind of sound like this when I'm talking into the mic, all crazy and loud with all the pop sounds? Like, it doesn't sound good. I know it doesn't sound good because I'm looking at the levels, right? Because I don't know how to use the equipment, but I got all the expensive equipment, so now I'm just talking into the mic sounding crazy, and the audio is not usable on the recordings. Got the expensive computer, but you know how to set up the settings right to make your stream look good. Not using the right overlays and softwares because you got the big old 4K camera. You just want to shoot in 4K. But your 4K look like shit no matter what you're doing on it because you're not doing it right. So the content, above all else, has to be there. Man, F the new mic. I'd rather spend that on a hot... Fuck all of this shit, man. Fuck that mic. Fuck that camera too. Fuck that. You know, man, like, fuck that. Fuck them lights. Fuck that keyboard and that mouse. Fuck that ultra wide screen computer too. Get you a hot tub and a G-string and some baby oil, or preferably coconut oil, and you good to go, baby. Make that money. Fuck all that equipment and get a hot tub and make that money, player. Everybody wanna be like fun, but it's so hard. Ladies and gentlemen, man, you know what time it is when that song comes on. It's been real, it's been fun, but it's, you know, it's time for me to get up on out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is TubeBuddy Technician. I'm glad to be back at it again with another live stream. I'm glad to have you guys watching me on another live stream. Shout out to be watching me in the chat room. Shout out to be watching me in the clouds. I know you up there. I know you up there watching me on the replay. I greatly appreciate it. overpriced streaming gear and why you should avoid it like the plague. Avoid the hottest outro in the game. But I gotta finish the outro. So till next time, thank you, goodbye, and good night.